Hello, thank you for coming to my channel, Compass Starlight. Today we're going to do a reading, a general reading for the week ahead. Angels, archangels, guides, spirit guides, divine source, ancestors. Please watch over this reading and guide us to the messages we need to hear for the week ahead. Today I'm going to be using the Mantegna Tarot, which is a deck of archetype cards. I have the Rain Shadow Tarot, which I've chosen because I'm drawn to it for today's reading, but also because it is spring here in the Northern Hemisphere, which brings a lot of rain, and it's a good time to delve into our shadows. I also have the Starseed Oracle for an oracle deck. And then, of course, I have my Visconti Tarot, which is a deck I use for clarification or confirmation on the reading. So let's see what we can get here for this week. We have the Moon, card number 41. We have the Sun, card number 44. And we have Venus, card number 43. Luna, the Moon, card number 41. Imagination. Analyze dreams to discover yourself. We have the Sun, 44. The archetype for common sense. Act clearly and decisively. And Venus, card number 43. Sensuality. Use sex without being a slave to it. Analyze dreams to see your potential. To me, I see this as going within and truly discovering what it is you really want. What it is you truly want, so that you can identify how the choices that arise in your life can lead to achieving your goals. In other words, if you go within and are able to identify your most heartfelt dreams, you begin to reflect in your outer world as you go from day to day making choices. Which choices will bring you closer in the direction of achieving those goals? With the Sun, 44, being common sense, act clearly and consistently, this is a card about making your decisions based on logic and, of course, common sense, as the card says. Being consistent. If you consistently make your decisions and choose that which will lead you closer to your path, this card suggests that you will eventually arrive at that destination. And with Venus, card number 43, being a card of sensuality, use sex without being a slave to it. This is a card about using your charm to move yourself in the desired direction, but not using your charm in such a way that you manipulate or take advantage of people. With the Rain Shadow Tarot, we have the Devil, card number 15, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wands, the King of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Lovers. What a combination. So with the Moon and the Sun and Venus, we are looking at planets. Interesting. So with the Moon, typically we see or we experience the unseen, that which is in the darkness. We have questions, we have doubts. We do not often have the full illumination on matters. That is how we typically view these cards in the tarot. This is the Moon. With the Sun, we do get that illumination. The light shining on everything. Being able to see our way, being able to see the path, things coming into our vision, information coming to us. Basically, the awareness, the full story, etc. And being able to move forward in that direction because the Sun has illuminated that which has been hidden by the Moon. And with Venus, this is a card always associated with sensuality and the finer things in life. It's associated with the sign of Taurus, and it is also associated with the sign of Libra. Libra being a sign of balance and intellect, and Taurus being a sign that is grounded in the earthly plane. Beauty and the finer things in life. With balance, we see here the earth and the water, and the birds in the sky depicted in this card can reflect the concept of thought. And moving on to that Rain Shadow Tarot with the Devil, the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. The Devil is the monkey on your back, or in this case, the devil on the back of the goat. Now, with this card here, the Devil, falling in this reading, of course we're being asked, what is the monkey on your back? It could literally be an addiction or an obsession. So this could be anything from a drug or alcohol addiction, a gambling addiction, an addiction to shopping. It could be an addiction to playing games on your phone, for example, and wasting your time. It could also be the preoccupation or obsession with certain thoughts. These are the thoughts that are negative and hold us down and keep us chained to lower vibration. These are thoughts such as, I can't, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, so on and so forth. I don't deserve it, nobody loves me, and on, if you get the idea. With the Ace of Swords here, this is a card of clarity, a card of logic and reason and truth. You begin to see the truth, and you can overcome this devil with the truth. You see the truth and how the devil is holding you back. Then we have the Ace of Wands. This is a card of action and inspiration. And with this card, with the adjacent cards here, the Ace of Swords, knowing the truth that we are worthy and letting go, untying ourselves, unchaining ourselves to whatever our own personal devil is, we then have the ability to take the steps forward, to grab hold of and seize with ambition all of our desires, goals, and achievements. Now that we know that we can and we are worthy, we are able to step forward as we put this devil behind us. Now with the King of Swords here coming up next, we see in this card a king who is grounded in reason and logic. He makes wise decisions. This is a king that can be cutting with his words. It is associated with air signs. This is somebody who has the ability to use their tongue to get what they want, like sweet talking, right? Somebody who's able to be convincing in an argument. Because he has and stands by facts and data, he has all the information at his disposal. With this card appearing in the spread for the week ahead, we are being told that we have all of the information that we need in order to move ahead with these aces. These are new opportunities being presented in our lives. Do we have the clarity to see it, and do we have the ambition to seize it? With the King of Swords here, in this particular reading, it's almost appearing like the magician, having the ability to create whatever it is that you want and manifest that. The King of Swords has all the facts and data. He has all the resources he needs to make whatever opportunities are presented to him work for him in his future going forward. And with these cards, the moon and the sun here, showing that maybe at one point in the recent past we didn't have all of the information, and moving forward with the sun, now we have information we need, bringing us to a place where we can embrace and embody the qualities of this King of Swords. With the Knight of Pentacles here, this is a message coming towards us, a message of stability, an omen of stability. This is to say that stability is being offered to you or presented to you in your life. This may be associated with the opportunities being presented by these aces. The Knight of Pentacles is a slow-moving knight, slow and steady, but those seeds that he plants grow strong, and those plants bear fruit in abundance. So what we see is the representation of material wealth and abundance, growth from those seeds, growth from those coins. We start small with an ace. We start with one pentacle, and that is the pentacle being brought forth by the knight. Here is the opportunity. Can you grow it? That is what is being asked of us. Again, going back, we should have the confidence to do so, overcoming this devil with these aces and having all the information we need at our disposal. We also have, following and ending this tarot, the Lovers, card number 6. Traditionally, this card is the choice. So again, as I mentioned when we went over the Mantegna Tarot archetypes, what kind of choices are you making that will lead you closer to reaching and achieving your dreams, wishes, desires, and goals? This is a point where you consider your choices. And here, with this pentacle being brought to you by the Knight, are you going to make the choice to foster and nurture that pentacle so that it will grow into something healthy, fruitful, and abundant? Are you going to make the choice to put the devil behind you and pursue this Ace of Swords and Ace of Wands, the truth with ambition? For the Starseed Oracle, we get this card, Forge, Don't Follow. Pave a new path. Be the leader you wish you had. I'm going to read this card from the book. If you wait until the path is perfectly paved, you won't be forging your own path, and you'll likely not even take the first step. Don't let a small detail like being unable to find someone to show you the way be the reason you don't step forward and lead. Let it be the reason that you do. The most courageous and needed leaders are the ones who don't wait for permission or until the morning they wake up feeling ready. They take a deep breath, put one foot in front of the other, and figure it out as they go. They don't wait for someone to lead them. They lead themselves. This is a card for leaders. You're here to pave a path that hasn't been walked before, to go first and lead the way for others who are calling you in. If you feel misrepresented in the media, step forward for all those who also feel misrepresented. If no one's speaking out on the topics you feel passionate about, share your unique voice. There's no one on earth who comes close to possessing your unique combination of skills, gifts, and life experience. Don't look to those who have come before you to work out your path. Leaders must forge their own. Do it for your daughter. Do it for your younger you. Do it for the leaders who will follow. When you go first, you make it easier for others to follow your lead. Forge, don't follow. The Starseed Soul Inquiry asks, how are you being called to forge rather than follow? How can you be the leader you wish you had? I really like this card for this reading. There's no one on earth who comes close to possessing your unique combination of skills, gifts, and life experience. I am appreciating the uniqueness of my own life path. I think in our youth, we tend to want to fit in with those around us. Even in school, we compete. We're all competing against one another in the same fields. It seems like we're competing against our peers in the same fields. And yet, ultimately, we want to stand out for different opportunities in life so that we can be the one that is selected. But if we're all the same, if we're all doing the same things, that's far more difficult to achieve a status of standing out as being the best person for the opportunity. So if you're lucky, you have led a life that's a little bit different. You have some kind of experience or education, skill that has specific and unique meaning and influence upon your own life. And that's what I get out of that Starseed card, Forge, Don't Follow. That you are unique and you need to embrace that uniqueness. Use that to your advantage. With this card, Venus, card number 43, use sex without being a slave to it. I do think that that's kind of it's almost like a metaphor. It can be taken literally, but use your own unique gifts and talents to get you where you want to go on this path that is individually yours. Not because you're flaunting it as something that's better than anyone else's path, but simply because it is unique to you. It's probably a little bit weird to say those kinds of things with that card and its archetype meaning, but I did. Alright, let's take a look at the Visconti Tarot and see what kind of confirmation we can get on this reading for the week. We have the Death card. An ending, an opportunity for closure and rebirth, transformation. So this is nice that it's first and it sort of falls over the Devil here, because let's transform that Devil energy. Let's break those chains to tie us to the Devil. And we also have this here card, the Knight of Swords. Bringing forth some truth, some information. We have the Moon. How appropriate. We also have the King of Wands. It's an opportunity to step into your power, embracing that ambition. We have the Knight of Chalices, the Knight of Cups. Perhaps a message of fulfilling offer making its way to you. We have the High Priestess. You knew this was coming. This opportunity, this change, this transformation here. We have the Six of Swords and the Eight of Swords. So with the Six of Swords, we see moving on into calmer shores, calmer waters that bring us to calmer shores. Less drama, a greater sense of stability. At least that's the hope as we get in the boat. That we're moving into a better time in life after struggles, doubts, oppressive energies, so forth. And we have the Eight of Swords. This is potentially about being caught up in your thoughts, caught up in your head, or feeling like there's adversity around you. As you move into this week, remember, when you are thinking thoughts that imply doubt, a lack of self-worth, feelings like you're not qualified, you can't handle this challenge, you don't know how you're going to make it. Remember this reading, and that it suggests we have to transform those thoughts here with the Death card. Put that behind you. The sun comes out and shows you that that is a way of thinking that no longer serves you. You know the truth. You know that you have the power of the King of Swords. You have all the data, you have all the information. You know that there are opportunities in your life with this Ace of Wands. And the King of Wands says, I know how to take advantage. I know how to seize those opportunities and make something of myself. With the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Cups, it's like these backup characters saying, oh yeah, that's truth. Listen, keep going. It'll bring you a sense of emotional satisfaction. The Knight of Pentacles says, once you trust in that you have overcome these negative thinking patterns, this Devil energy, once you trust in that, and you know better, you have the logic of the King of Swords, you know better, plant this seed. You know you're moving into calmer waters. Don't let yourself talk you down. Don't talk down to yourself, and don't let others talk down to you. You have what it takes to pursue your dreams and ambitions, and you know it. So says the Empress. Did I say Emperor or Empress? Oh, it's the High Priestess, rather. Right. So just keeping quiet here. This is your inner knowing that this is going to work out for you. All you have to do is be very conscious of your choices. Don't hesitate. You may not know every single step in what you're doing, but forge your own path. Don't follow. Don't hold back, because you don't have all of the answers. You have everything that you need. Anyhow, that is the reading for the week ahead. I hope you found it inspiring. Perhaps you identified with or resonated with something here in this reading for you. Please like and comment if you did. Thank you for coming to Compass Starlight.